back when I started crypto mining, I only used Windows for the longest time. In fact, I didn't switch to Hive OS until probably around 2019, 2020 timeframe. And I still use Windows today on a lot of my mining machines. It's very advantageous for me, especially for some of my FPGAs and some other units that they play a lot nicer in Windows than they do in Linux. And another benefit is XMRig has better optimized miners and optimized kernels in Windows actually as compared to Linux. And so I still run a bunch of my mining rigs in Windows. And one of the things that if you decide to run Windows that you might run into is if your system crashes or you need to do a hard reboot, or if you've got like remote power management through like a PDU or just like a smart switch, and you want to kill power and start it back up. If you do that a couple times, you might get presented with this screen, which is basically Windows saying, hey, I didn't properly shut down. I'm going to go into this automatic repair mode. So today I'm going to show you how to disable this. And this will really streamline your ability to handle crashes if they occur. Because what will happen is instead of getting this screen, it will take you right into Windows and resume operation as it normally would. So I'm not going to go through a full Windows setup today. I'm just going to talk about applying a setting to an existing machine that is already running Windows miners on it. And we're going to go ahead and essentially disable this functionality. And so I'm going to hop on over to let's see here, this mining rig actually, which you're currently running Rainbow Miner on. And to do this, we're going to hit start. I'm going to type in CMD. We're going to right click. We're going to do run as administrator on command prompt. Hit yes if you're prompted. And now we're going to run a command called bcdedit. And this is kind of a boot config editor. And so this is built into Windows. So we're going to do bcdedit. And I should say I am doing this on Windows 11. This should work on Windows 10 as well. Then we're going to do a /set. So it's going to be bcdedit /set space. And then within curly brackets, we're going to do default. So make sure that you've got those curly braces there. And then it's going to be bootstatuspolicy. And now there's a few options that you can put here. I'm going to be using a value of ignore all failures. If we hop on over to the Microsoft site, you can see there's actually ignore all failures, which is what we're using. There's also just ignore shutdown failures and ignore boot failures. You can use one of these if you just want to ignore kind of half the failures, the shutdown side versus the boot side. But for me, these are strictly mining rigs. And so I'm just going to use ignore all failures. And so what we have is we've got bcdedit /set space defaulting curly braces. And then bootstatuspolicy space ignore all failures. We're going to hit enter. And there you can see the operation completed successfully. So now what I do like to do is reboot the system at this time. But the next time the system comes up, it will essentially apply that boot setting, and any subsequent boot ups, if there was a hard shutdown, if it detected a crash, anything like that, it's not going to give you that repair screen. It's just going to bypass that and boot right into Windows every single time.